So where does the path from the ball come from? How do we get that inside approach that we're looking for? And so path of the golf shot comes from our swing plane. Now, there are many definitions of swing plane out there. Again, you ask 10 different instructors and you're going to hear 12 or even 13 different definitions of swing plane. But the way I like to define swing plane is again through the tabletop drill that we've talked about. So we imagine that we're making golf swings and hitting a ball at shoulder height. Swing plane is the flatness in our backswing and our downswing where our left arm and our club shaft are traveling around the same flat space. And then in the follow-through, it's our right arm and our club shaft that are traveling along that same flat space. So again, swing plane is the flatness of the golf swing. It's the space occupied by our left arm and our club shaft during the backswing and our right arm during the follow-through. And it's that flatness that gives us swing plane, and then we can take that to see that where our path comes from. So our swing plane can be either flatter or steeper. So as seen here, with a steeper swing plane, you can see how the swing is more vertical, and at the top of the swing, our left arm is much more steeper. And you'll compare that with a flatter swing plane, where again at the top of the swing, our left arm is flatter. And the key to flatter versus steeper is that with the flatter swing plane, because our club shaft is more behind us, if you will, or the club head is more behind us, we're able to approach more from the inside on the downswing. So again, with our swing plane, it's a flatter plane that we're looking for to induce that draw spin.
So here we are demonstrating flatter versus steeper swing plane. So in my first couple of swings here, I have a steeper takeaway and my left arm is steeper at the top of the swing. And then we're going to do a couple of flatter swings where I have a little bit more around my body, and then at the top, my left arm again is flatter. And the key place you want to look at is the left arm kind of matches up with the right shoulder at the top of the swing. In this photo, you can see the tip of the right shoulder on both golfers just peeking up at the top of the swing. And that level of flatness, it really helps with the draw spin.
Okay, so with swing plane, we've talked about how generally speaking our plane can be flatter or steeper. But in addition to that, our plane can also be open, square, or closed. So we're actually going to use a dinner plate to help demonstrate the differences there. So looking down the line, a square swing plane would look like the fact that basically my shoulders are square to the target. So to say that a different way, the backswing part of it would be this edge of the plate. So the backswing would basically mirror the follow-through. So we'd have the same amount of steepness, the same plane on the backswing and the follow-through. Our slice swing is when our shoulders are open and therefore our plane is rotated this way. So on the downswing, we go steeper and then flatter in the follow-through. Steeper and then flatter. What we're looking for with our draw swing is to be square to slightly closed. So what that'll look like is that on our downswing, we'll be flatter and then steeper with our follow-through. So again, flatter and then steeper. So again, swing plane can help us demonstrate basically how our shoulders move our plane, and this dinner plate is a great example of how to make that look. So let's look at those three one more time.
So here I am demonstrating a square swing plane. As you can see, the backswing, downswing, and follow-through are going to be all about the same angle as if the leading edge and the following edge of that plate. So we're looking for sort of a symmetry between backswing and follow-through. When we have open shoulders, we really do have a steeper downswing and a flatter follow-through. That's what gives us that slice across the ball. This is obviously what we don't want. And then finally, this is an exaggeration of a very closed stance. The key here is that we want to make sure that our shoulders are closed, we're coming from the inside on the ball, and a very high follow-through. So this is a dramatic representation of hitting a big hooking draw.
Okay, so we've talked about how we want to have a flat swing, but a flatter swing, generally speaking, causes one problem. So with our address position, in our downswing, we want our hands to return exactly where they were at address. So we want them to return right below our body. But the tendency with a flat swing is that the hands get swung down higher. So they get swung down to here, where we want them down to here. And so that brings in the pull the blinds down drill. So you know window blinds where they're spring-loaded and they roll up and down? The key with them is that they simply move vertically up and down and not sideways at all. So with this drill, we want to make sure that from the top of our backswing, our hands get pulled straight down, and that'll help them get to right exactly where they were at address. So again, it's the pull the blinds down drill. Let's go to the drill.
So here we are doing the pull the blinds down drill. And the crucial part of it is that once we get to the top of our backswing, the movement with our hands is straight down, as far down, straight as possible. What that'll do is return our hands to as close to our original address position, which allows us to come as much from the inside as possible. So again, the initial move from the very top is pulling our hands straight down, and then we'll come from as much from the inside as possible. This is an absolute crucial element of the slice cure.
So if you have a steeper swing, part of the problem with the slice cure is that a steep downswing means more likely with more spin and more slice. So we want to be coming flatter into the ball. So we want to basically have some transition from a steep swing into a flatter swing. And simply speaking, tucking our left elbow or our right elbow is the key to that solution. So again, on our halfway back position, our right elbow dictates whether we're going to be steeper or flatter. So if your first move on the downswing is always to tuck that right elbow, as you can see, it flattens automatically, which ensures that we come up on the inside of our downswing. So again, to convert a steeper swing into a flatter downswing, tucking the right elbow is the key to that solution. And it's the tuck the right elbow drill. Let's go to the drill.
So here I am doing the tuck the right elbow drill, and the key is that we're converting a steeper backswing into a flatter downswing. And as you can see, I go to the top of my backswing and then drop that right elbow into the side of my chest. What that does is automatically flatten a swing, which will increase the rate at which it comes from the inside through the impact. So basically you're ensuring that your hands are dropping down before you're rotating through the ball. This is an amazing element of the slice cure, and tucking that right elbow is a quintessential key.
Okay, so one final way that we want to focus on with our slice cure is just how we're synchronizing our arms and our lower body. So just like we've talked about, we want to make sure that our downswing is really well underway before we're releasing through impact. And the one way I just want to demonstrate that is that we just want to make sure that our arms come down and then release through. So just like with that shade drill, we want to make sure that our arms are pulling down before they're releasing through. And if you're really focusing on the arms coming down before you're rotating through, that is the simple final key for the slice cure. So again, hands come down before we rotate through. It's your final step in the slice cure. So that's a wrap for lesson 2. We really want to focus on swing plane and give you a number of different ways to look at it. So again, we use our tabletop drill just so we can focus on the flatness. So how we're feeling that flat shape, our flat left arm in the backswing and the downswing, and our right arm in the follow through. We also talked about, generally speaking, how our swing can be flatter or steeper. So that position at the top of our left arm, if it's flat, we know we have a flatter swing, and if it's on the steeper, it's a steeper swing. And that really does make a big difference in how we approach the slice cure. And in addition, we wanted to basically look at how the plane can be open or square or closed. So it really does follow our shoulders, and having a square to closed swing plane, square to closed shoulders is going to make a huge difference in curing that slice. So that's a wrap. Keep on working on the slice cure, hitting from the inside with that flat swing, and we'll see you next time.